Hi, everybody. It's Juliet Marciano from Marciano Parent Coaching. Today is Tuesday, so for Tuesday's Toolbox, Jul's tool of the day is equanimity. Equanimity really means just being able to stay calm no matter what is going on around you. And that I talk about a lot because it's so important, especially in parenting, but so very important during times like these. As we all know, with the coronavirus, there is so much information being presented that is really coming at us almost constantly. Nobody really knows everything there is to know about the virus. There seems to be like a lack of trusted information and a feeling that there is a lack of transparency worldwide. And because of that, there really has been created somewhat of a worldwide panic almost. We're really flooded with constant tiny bits of information given to us drop by drop. It's like we're constantly getting alarms on our phone of each new case that happens or each new decision that's made or each new thing that happens. And because we're getting those alarms on our phone, it's alarming our brains. And we always think we're in the midst of some breaking news. And because of that, hearing individually and constantly each new act that a business does or a school does or a college does or a school district does or a country does, we get all these individual alarms, drip, drip, drip. And for a typical person, this can lead to, it's like being tortured. But for a person who has anxiety, it really can put them over the edge. So for you parents out there who are struggling with this, you're not alone. It's a very common thing. And really, unless you can maintain some kind of calmness in the midst of all this uncertainty and overwhelming information, you and your family are going to suffer more. I'm not saying to ignore the virus or what's been going on, and I'm not saying that the lives and the health and the financial security of everyone involved isn't important. And I'm certainly not saying ignore your feelings and your kids' feelings. But what I'm saying is, even with all those important things being affected, we still have to find a way to stay calm and be calm in the midst of this and just not lose our cool. The truth of the matter is our children are always looking to us for signs. Are we okay? Is this safe? Should I be scared? And this really isn't any different in that way. But what is different is that they are being flooded with information that tells them they're not okay, they're not safe, and they should be terrified. And they really need their parents, to be the voice and the face of reason. And I talk about this all the time, of course, not just during global pandemics. I've spoken before about the importance of staying calm when your child is not, so that you can help regulate them when they're not able to regulate themselves. But in the same way, if you're panicked, you can dysregulate your child. They pick up on your energy. They look at your face. They listen for and hear the shakiness or the fear in your voice. They'll notice your franticness, and they are looking for you to help them. And so we must find a way to stay calm and be a calming presence for them. And a few things that you can do in the midst of this difficult time. If you need to learn how to find a way to stay calm, really meditation is a good start. It will help you train your brain, train your mind to notice things and focus on the present moment. When you notice your mind starting to explore all those horrific things that can happen and probably won't, you can just gently bring your attention back to the present moment. You can also be sure to take care of yourself. Eat healthy food, drink water, exercise, get your sleep. If you've been neglecting your self-care, now would be a good time to get back to it. Keep in mind that neglect of these things, as well as stress and worry, they actually decrease your body's immune response and your ability to fight off disease. I feel fortunate in that I work from home. I coach parents by phone or video call. So whatever disruption is going on outside in the world, I can still help parents and serve the parents that I work with. I love being at home. My kids are older. They don't mind so much being at home. I feel like we'll do okay limiting our interaction in the world in whatever way that we're guided to do that. I think for some parents that have a difficult time, even with a snow day, this may be very challenging for you. So if you could try and shift your perspective and look at it more for yourself and for your children as an opportunity to reconnect as a family, to get to do all those things you always say you wish you had the time to do, whether that's read a book, play games with your kids, do a craft, bake or cook, um, get rid of some clutter, start journaling, and yes, even watch movies and some TV, but I would not recommend one of those 24-hour news stations. I think that you should find a trusted source of information and get your news there. And I would recommend that you not have your children exposed to this constant barrage of information that's always coming at us. You can keep them informed with what they need to know and what you're doing to support them. You don't need to let them be in on every uncertainty that you have, every drastic action that's done, every disastrous outcome that you hear about. And of course, for older children, they will hear and see and learn on their own a lot of information, and you can reassure them as well as listen to them, when they bring you their concerns. I think that this calmness that you will develop may disturb some people in that they might think that you don't care or you're not taking things seriously. So you might have to convince them that you do care. You just can't let fear and the discomfort of uncertainty dominate your life. When all of this is over, hopefully we will be able to get some benefits from this. We will hopefully stop our addiction to this 24-hour so-called breaking news. We can lose the warrior mentality that forced us to go to work when we were sick. Hopefully, employers will realize that sick employees are better off at home. Hopefully, we can enjoy this extra time with our children. We may stop buying so many things that we really don't need and we don't even have a place to put. And I talked about this the other day. We'll be able to show our children that together, once again, we were able to get through rough times. I have been talking to a lot of parents out in the world, especially recently, about these things and some other things. And unfortunately, because of what's going on as far as limiting social interaction or this so-called social distancing that they're recommending, some of those have had to stop. I do not want to stop talking to parents, though. So what I've decided to do is start a coffee with the coach, and that will be Thursday mornings, 11 o'clock Eastern time. And we will sit and talk. I will talk to you if you have any questions or concerns about anything, related to parenting or anything else that I can help you with. We can address them there. Again, I am fortunate, and I don't want us to lose that opportunity. We can still connect even if we are not in the same room. That's one of the beautiful aspects of the work that I do. I know that it's great when we can be together, but I also know that we can experience a connection and have great discussions and great periods of sharing, even when we are not present in the same room. That's one of the benefits of technology. I think that one of the final things I want to say is that I just really hope you stay safe. It sounds like there are some pretty basic things that we can do to protect ourselves. And they sound like they're the things my mother used to tell us starting from when we were very young. Wash your hands, don't put your fingers in your nose and your mouth, and stop touching your face. And hopefully we can do that and get through this okay. I'm looking forward to seeing you Thursday morning at 11 for Coffee with a Coach. Please reach out to me sooner if you want to talk about anything else or if you have any ideas that you want me to discuss in particular at that time. Again, this is Juliet Marciano from Marciano Parent Coaching, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.